So today was obviously really disappointing. Just we definitely felt like the first two games in lower bracket round two, we felt like we did really well. So all we had to do was just keep it up for the third game, and we would have definitely progressed. Ended up getting a 0 point game, game three, eliminated, and you know we just didn't. We really just didn't want to go out this early. Obviously, we wanted to redeem ourselves from X Games, go as far as we could, and all of us truly believed that we could go really far in this tournament. Whereas at X Games, we knew we weren't prepared. We knew we were outclassed at X Games, so we thought going into it, we're probably gonna get last place, and we got 19th out of 20, so like around there. So it still felt bad at X Games, but at least we knew like we weren't gonna do well. Here, it's definitely hitting hard that we didn't reach our expectations, because after X Games we grinded every day, got a coach, we put in the time, we put in the work, we made the improvements. I think we showed glimpses of that. I think we really did show that we're on another level than we were from X Games, but now we're just at this hump where we're not quite there with like the really top teams, and we just need to get over the hump to get there. I I find it like really hard to see, obviously the positives after losing a tournament, but at the same time, I do see a lot of progress, and I do think that we showed, at the very least, that we could compete with the best, and that we're trending upwards in terms of our level of play. I think the tournament setup is actually for 80 teams. It was great. Like when going into this tournament, I was like, "There's no way that it's going to run smoothly. There's just no way." And other than a few delays, I feel like it has run smoothly. I think that it's been running really well. I think the double elimination format that they're running, while it's hard to understand at first for a viewer, or just people in general, I think it might be the future at least for tournaments with this many teams. Um, I think it's really fair. I think the best teams will move on, and I think that it's just nice in a battle royale to have a second chance if you get thrown into the loser bracket. So I was a pro Overwatch player for a few years, and after Overwatch, I went into a direction that I just wasn't really interested anymore. I retired and started playing Fortnite. I ended up competing in a few LAN events in Fortnite, like TwitchCon, and was definitely pursuing that for a while. But when Apex came out and it blew up, it just seemed like a really good opportunity. I really liked the game. Um, I like both Fortnite and Apex, but it just seemed like the right move to go into Apex, and I ended up being able to play with my two teammates, Grim Reality and Silk Thread. Uh, so those are two people I've known for a while, and I'm friends with. So not only did the game seem like a good opportunity, the team seemed like a really good opportunity, and that's definitely something really important to me, is just being in a good environment and being able to have fun with what's in front of me, and so everything just seemed to line up when Apex came out. So my main legend is Pathfinder, but I've definitely played a good amount of Wraith and Lifeline as well. But for right now, the with the team composition that we run on the team, I'm on Pathfinder, and that's mostly because the mobility aspect of Pathfinder allows me to take a lot of like side angles, like high grounds and positions, and I'm the sniper on the team, so it really helps me take certain positions where I can provide a lot of information and a lot of like damage with my snipers, like longbow and triple take and stuff. Well, it must be something that clears Watson fences really easily. I have really no idea about the info about crypto, or what the abilities could be. Uh, Anyone's guess is as good as mine, honestly. But for me, Watson's strength is the ability to just lock down an area or building or whatever with Watson fences and the shield generator. So if anything's going to counter that, it's just something that will clear that like really easily. So an ability that just like either an EMP that just completely erases it or something. So leading up to this event, we practiced pretty much 12 hours a day, I think, 10 to 12 hours a day. But I think it definitely varies depending on how close the tournament is and just motivation in general. There's pro gamers that will spend 46 hours a day uh, on a normal day, and then maybe as the tournament's getting close, then they increase it to 10, 12 hours or more. But yeah, as far as people thinking that it's an easy profession, I obviously I'm biased, but I think it's a really, really, really hard profession because your job is basically always on the line. You can lose it at any moment. It's all based on how good you can be, how good you can do as a team, how much your teammates enjoy playing with you, or how much your sponsors enjoy working with you. It's a lot of pressure, which adds up as time goes on, as you grind the game and as results do or do not come, and yeah, so it's just a lot of pressure. It's very difficult. Definitely custom lobbies so that we can scrimmage a lot easier and practice easier with other teams, and for just the viewing experience as spectator client for sure, because I think the future of this, not to state the obvious, but the future of this esport is tied in a lot to how fun it is to watch. So I think it's a really enjoyable game to watch once you get into it, once you understand the flow of the game and everything. Now the problem is conveying that story to a viewer better and better, and that will come with a spectator client. For sure, TSM is the first that comes to mind without a doubt. They're the favorites in my opinion. They can definitely win, or they have the highest chance to win, I think. But there's a lot of good teams. Rogue, Sentinels from the North American side of things, and then the really good EU teams like Penta, G2. They're 789 was really doing amazing. I think although Wyvern is in the lower bracket, although they were in the lower bracket early, I think they're a team to look out for. MVP is a really good team. There's a lot of really good teams out there. Those are the teams I think of off the top of my head, but I'm sure I'm missing some. This is a really, really stacked tournament, and there's a lot of teams that are capable of winning.